Hello, 8th graders. This is your last video and your last assignment for the week 1 assignments for our Hoot unit. So hopefully at this point in time you've read Hoot Chapter 2 and we're ready to move into the sheet for Hoot Chapter 2. So having your book would probably be helpful, and you want to grab your packet if you're working by hand, or if you're working on the computer, go to Google Classroom and the assignment that says Hoot Chapter 2 sheet, and it will pull up a sheet like this that you can fill in. All right, if you are working in the packet, you are on page 5. Pause the video if you need a moment to gather those supplies. Are we good? All right, Hoot Chapter 2, word choice. Carl Hiaasen's word choice is nothing short of excellent in this novel. Let's take a look at it in Chapter 2. So your directions are to complete the following chart by looking at each provided page and finding words, phrases, or sentences that paint a picture in your mind, linger in your memory, or that you think are just cool ways to say something. I gave you some page numbers to guide you, a place to write the word, sentence, or phrase, so you're going to have to copy some quotes, and then tell me why you liked it. I gave some specific pages, but if you have some imagery from a different page, I don't mind if you want to cross out that number and change it to a page number that works better for you. Let's do an example together. On page 14, I have my book right here with me. Flip to page 14, and you can as well. One of the similes I like is Dana chortled and says, "Look at you, red as a tomato." So my phrase right here would be red as a tomato. Okay? And I should throw some quotations around it because it is a quote. Red as a tomato. Why I like it? I like it because I can picture it immediately in my mind. Red as a tomato gives me a very vivid idea of what this person's face looks like. I can vividly picture the red of Roy's face. Okay. Oh, I remember to capitalize my eyes. I hope you do too. Okay. Take a moment and fill out the rest of this chart. You just need one example, but you can have 2 or 3 if you have some more than one example from each page. So go back into the book, find 3 more words or phrases that you like, and tell me why you like them. Simple as that. Okay, are we done searching through the word choice of Carl Hiaasen? All right, let's look at some more word choice. Turn to page 21. Find the 5th paragraph that begins with, "He had missed his morning classes." So let's turn to page 21 in our book. It's right after the break, midway down, that paragraph after that space. I will reread it for us. So list out the words and phrases from that paragraph that help create imagery. And this is where that gustatory comes in. He had missed his morning classes and most of lunch hour. He hurried through the cafeteria line and found an empty table. Sitting with his back to the doors, he wolfed down a chili burger and a carton of lukewarm milk. Dessert was an over-baked chocolate chip cookie the size of a hockey puck and just about as tasty. So what words in there? Think about how the milk is described, how the dessert is described. Those are the words we're looking for. So pause a moment if you need to. Are we good? All right, now is your time to be a little creative for me. Now it's your turn to try out imagery, and we've done this a lot over the last 2 years, so this should be a fun, simple review exercise. I want you to write a short paragraph about a school meal you have eaten or seen that you didn't want to eat, using your own descriptive words, phrases, and strong verbs. So try to use some of those literary elements we've gone over, similes and metaphors. Create this picture in my mind. Maybe some onomatopoeia, those sound words would help you out. maybe even some alliteration or any of those other ones we've talked about. But what could you do? How could you describe a school meal? I think we've all been in that position to be able to describe this. So take a moment, pause the video if you need to, and write about a school meal you have eaten or seen. So if you're handwriting, feel free to write on the lines. If you are typing, you can highlight the lines and just start typing over them like this so I can see your description. That works as well. Okay? All right. Are you done with your description? I can't wait to read these. These should be fun. All right. If you are done and you are typing, make sure to hit submit on this assignment so I can read what you've been up to. If you're working at home, make sure that you have your capitals and your periods before you put your packet away. And guess what? You are done with the work for the first week of our Hoot unit. Awesome job, 8th graders. I'm really proud of you. Stick with me like this, and we will make it to the end of the year through our distance learning. Have a great day, 8th graders. See you next week.